programs have made adjustments to doing that and flying out a day earlier and doing all those things. And in Mick Cronin's case, you didn't fly
class.
You did. You can do online.
That's right.
But they didn't fly back. They stayed out on the East Coast. So there are things that you can do. I don't really like hearing too much of that, even though the body clock is a little bit different. The one thing that's always going to be a question for me when it comes to Lincoln Riley and his team is where they're going to be at on defense, right? Like Maeva's a dude, as you mentioned. That the offense has always been a box you can check with Lincoln Riley for the most part. His time in Oklahoma, what he's done at USC with Caleb Williams and all the other quarterbacks he's coached, they got that figured out. But when you're Ohio State and you're playing a team like USC, you're kind of licking your chops, too, to get after that defense. And we saw that over the years, that's something you can take advantage of. And so until they make that leap consistently on defense, I wonder how high USC's ceiling can be as a program as far as them maybe finding themselves in a Final Four, maybe even in a Natty.
So it's the perfect thing that you just said about them being a complete team. And the example I would give you is this. When I was driving over to Bloomington and called into you guys when they were playing UCLA, I think you asked me what is the biggest thing that has surprised me most about Indiana football. And it's been, and I said to you in there, I go, they've never had a defense. Like they've had dudes, they've been able to put up 35, but they lose 42-35. Mm-hmm. Like that was the biggest thing he was able to do, was match the offense with the defense. And that's what won them the Natty in a lot of ways. And look how they had to seal it up with defense. And the only thing I'll tell you about USC's schedule, you talked about their travel. So they'll have a bye week. What helps them is they'll have, when they go to play Penn State in early October, they'll be able to fly all the way back and then come all the way back to Madison because they have a bye week. And then they'll fly back and they'll host Ohio State on Halloween. All right, so that may be the team to look out for. And the reason I think they could still be in the trap category, I think Steele's right, is they could rack up some they could lose to Oregon. Mm-hmm. They could lose at Penn State. And then people will kind of be like, oh, are they that good? And then they could bite you if they have enough. We'll come back with ins and outs. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any four-tire purchase.
And Michelin's up to $100 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more. See store for details.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you a question. Has the insulation in your windows failed? How would you know? Well, one way to tell is if you're running the heat this winter way more often than you normally do. That could be a sign that insulation has failed and you need new windows. Talk to the pros at Window Nation to find out what they can do to help. In fact, they've got a great deal going now. You can get new windows with big savings during Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. And as an added benefit, you'll get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. Window Nation's windows use top quality materials and seals along with insulated frames. They're so incredibly energy efficient, you actually save money on your utility bills. And they're backed with a lifetime warranty, so you won't have to live with broken windows again. Take advantage of Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale and get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. You already know. Go to windownation.com now for a free consultation. That's windownation.com.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Black history is American history, and this Black History Month, the Ohio Education Association believes every student deserves the right to learn the full story of the nation we share. I'm OEA President Jeff Wensing. In 33 years as a teacher, I've seen how honest, inclusive education helps students become critical thinkers and engaged citizens. This Black History Month, stand with the Ohio Education Association as we stand up for our students' freedom to learn.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies for us today, but chilly. Temperatures only getting into the mid-20s, and then for tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the single digits. For Thursday, expect partly sunny skies, but daytime highs a little bit cooler as we only get into the 20s with light winds. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. News, special guests, and everything scarlet and gray. The Fan. Rothman and Ice present In or Out.
Just a little of the old in and out.
All right, TLC, take over. You've been collecting tweets. The tweet collector.
I know.
The bone collector.
And I still can't find the evidence, so...
Oh, man. You didn't talk to Bake?
I talked to Bake. I heard Reese say it yesterday, and our station historian Snagglepuss tweeted and said it did happen.
Okay.
So I don't have the audio to prove it. So if Bo Bishop says I didn't say that, I kind of can't counter him. But word on the street is that in a Hey Guys segment at some point in history, a listener asked, hey, what would be a good idea for a first date? I'm thinking about asking a girl out. Where should I take her?
Okay.
Bo Bishop suggested Jeff Ruby Steakhouse. Are you in or out on going that expensive on a first date?
Me personally, no. No, but...
Say what you said earlier. Ridiculous.
It's a bit ridiculous. Like, I love Uncle Bo, but he's living in a different class. There are levels to this, and I can understand why his mind would be wired that way, because Bo he's well off. He's living well. And so Jeff Ruby's for him, that's like, a quick little stop by, a quick little meal for him. That's nothing for him.
If you go to Jeff Ruby's
where do you go
on a first date, you might be sitting next to Ted Ginn signing a contract with the Aviators, apparently.
And also, I don't want to say you can only go down, but that standard is really high right out of the gate. When you set the tone with Jeff Ruby's there, I like to kind of gradually work my way up through the restaurant world.
So you need a Ball State restaurant.
Correct. I need a ramp up. I need a ramp up. Jeff Ruby's really nice establishment. Yeah. I have been there. It is really good.
Wow, hold on.
But
I guess. Drawing it up.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. But first, out of the gate, AR, it's a little spicy for me.
All right, so I think he's certainly on to something if he followed it up with everybody gets a feeling, right? If it's a first date feeling that
she's the one or he's the one,
just that there's something there, or I'm with you on you don't want to feel like you have to impress. I think you'd rather go the other way, only because, like you say, you're setting yourself up for a standard of excellence that may be tough to commit to.
Yeah.
And then everything else will pale in comparison to the first date. Or the other thing is, you also don't want to portray yourself as somebody you're not either.
There you go.
On the first date.
Okay.
And if you're not that guy, then why be that guy? Because it'll only come out in the wash, man. And it's only going to sooner than later. Because you're not going to be doing that every Saturday night. Going to where you're dropping
at least
2 bills or more.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
I also believe that there's a fine line on a first date to being too serious. And that's why there's day dates, there's coffee, there's something that...
Are you saying dinner is too serious for a first date?
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that most people lean towards casual because, and maybe I'm just talking for myself, I took Jamie to a place that actually still existed for the longest time, and I always thought it was a sign. I would always tell her, like, it's a sign. Our relationship is here to stay. That restaurant's still there.
Strong.
That's a franchise place. That should have been gone 15 years ago. It was on the border at Easton.
Oh, I've been there.
And it was always there.
Yeah.
It was that freestanding Mexican restaurant on the wrong side now of East. You know, everything moves around popularity-wise.
Yeah.
Like, that is still there. It's like it shares a Target parking lot. Like, I felt like, and I think just recently, in the last year, it may have finally waved the white flag.
Okay.
It may have finally, but it lasted for decades. And I'm like, everything's changed at Easton except that. And I kept pointing out, like, see, that's a rock.
I like that.
That was my first draft pick, and he's still in the league. You know what I mean? Like, so I do think that leaning casual, fun, not serious.
So what
it's
you're
not
saying
really
is
about the food.
Save your coins is what you're saying.
It's not really about the
what you're
food,
saying.
unless, and he's right in this regard, is that you never, he didn't say this, I'm saying this. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And if that is important to you, to not go ultra casual, because then that other person's thinking, well, how much effort did this really take? You didn't even have to make a reservation.
Well, how about
You
this?
know?
I'll give you a third angle.
We had to wait 15 minutes for a table.
I'll give you a third angle.
Yeah.
Do you want to risk that level of investment on a first date where you don't know which direction it's going to go? Because you may spend, as you said, $200 if you go with the full meal. And then if the date doesn't go well, you're going to wake up the next morning being like, I wish I had $200 back in my bank account because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think I think the money. See, here's the thing.
That is an investment.
If it works out, though, then it was money very well spent. And if it doesn't work out,
but that's one date, though.
You go down like, hey, you're like, I played big. I swung for the fences on game one, and if it didn't work, I'll never get accused of going cheap or making it a throwaway date. So I think he's right in his instincts. I think his instincts were right.
It should never be about, though,
food?
What you're doing. It should be about the person that you're with. And if you're with somebody that only cares about being at a certain status and doing that for them to like you, then you got the wrong person.
But guys, they go overboard the other way, though, to prove a point. That I don't want anybody to think I have money or will get money or anything. Like, they almost play it the other way. And I think that's not being realistic.
Here's what we need. Uncle Bo, Eric Reeser, Ryan Baker, the wonderful gentlemen of Bishop and Friends. I need an explanation on tomorrow morning's show.
Oh, they'll respond.
From Bo. And then we'll get that audio, and I want to hear why he thinks Jeff Ruby would be the place to go for a first date. We need to circle back. I need to hear from him.
I don't like to do eating on the first date, period, because I think, like, you're putting yourself in a position, like, speaking of, you never get a second chance to make first impressions. Like, if you're, like, it depends, like, what you're eating, too. Like, if you're eating, like, a burrito and it's, like, falling out and just unraveling in your hands.
Oh, no, that's a party foul. You don't do a burrito.
We're not doing Chipotle for a first date.
Again, though.
We'll get Chipotle later.
I agree with you on the surface of that. But again,
something stuck in your teeth.
Be you. Be genuine.
Yeah,
it can only be worse if you're trying to be somebody you're not. I'm with you on the surface. You don't want to be in that awkward position where you're eating with your hands. Like, I think because everyone feels awkward. She'll feel awkward. You'll feel awkward.
You can't do a pasta, though. I don't think you want to do
That's another
pasta.
one where you're slurping up a nice pasta.
Really?
You don't need that.
I would think pasta is mostly safe.
No.
Really?
No,
Not that I've done it.
It's going to splatter on you.
The
if you're wearing-
noodles, that's dicey. Mama Hayes is tapped in.
What'd she say?
Our first date was a diner, and we've been married for 37 years. So look, they did a little diner.
So we're talking like pancakes or what?
I don't know.
And for the same amount of those, which is a great story.
Love you, Mom.
The same amount of those, there might be a great. I mean, the best part would be to ask Bo where he went on his first date.
Let's get that
Because I
answer.
think that's actually more apples to apples than suggesting someone now if he's been married for umpteen years,
Yeah.
because that's his mindset. But I think it'd be nice to know.
Here's the other thing, because TLC brought up like the food item that you
Think
don't
classy.
want to be eating.
You'll be classy.
Okay, I'm here for
The lady will have the linguine and white clam sauce and a Coke with no ice. I come here for the strudel. It's great.
Don't know the movie.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Somebody out there got it.
What was it?
We'll let it breathe
Let it
a little
marinate
bit.
a little bit. Okay, let us know, chat. Let us know.
YouTubers, let us know.
But whether you're on a date or not, if you see someone with something in their teeth or something in their nose or something from their eye, hanging from their eye or whatever it is,
Bat in a cave.
let them know. I don't like the people that look at you and then you go to the bathroom and you see that you got some boogers hanging out of your nose or something in your teeth and they didn't say anything. Let a brother know.
You know what? I just had this experience within the past week where I was in a setting where I wanted to tell one of my friends, like, hey, man, go grab a tissue in the bathroom real quick. Yeah. But I was sitting on the opposite side of a table, so I would have gotten the attention of the entire table and perhaps other tables around us if I had said something.
Got to text.
So I
Send a
stomached
text.
it.
Got to text him.
I didn't even think of that.
Got to text him. Like, hey, bro.
If he's a phone guy.
Yeah, hey, bro, go take care of
some
that.
people
If
are,
he's a phone guy.
You know what I mean? You're out to dinner.
Yes, he owns a cell phone.
I get what AR's saying.
You know what I mean? If it's not on the table, if it's like...
If he's not a doom scroller like you all
some
the
people
time.
put their phone away when they're actually with human beings.
There's another
Sorry.
thing. I like that because I don't think that happens enough, or you're going on a date with your significant other, or if you're just with your friends, be in the moment. Be where your
Well,
feet
it's
are.
probably the one sign that you can't escape from if you're with somebody and you're on your phone.
Unless it's business related.
Business.
If it's business related, you get it out. But if this is just, hey, we're having
It's an
dinner
emergency.
and you're on
I
the
forgot
gram,
to update my lineup.
well, I may have done that a couple.
Yeah.
But no, let's put the
Puck
phones away
drops
for
in
days.
7 minutes.
I think if the phone's on the table, it's fine if it's face down. If it's face up and you got notifications blaring every 2 seconds and you're like eyeing it.
All right.
If it's face down, it's whatever.
Yeah, because I can understand if it's uncomfortable, you don't want it in your pants, but I feel like putting it out on the table is okay. I've never heard about the face down thing.
I'm a D&D type of guy though. Like if I'm out, we're having
100%.
a dinner, like my phone's on D&D. Like, that's just I'm trying to respect everybody's
D&D.
time. Do not disturb.
Okay.
It's a great thing to have on your phone.
I was a little slow, but I got it.
You're playing
Wasn't sure
D&D?
yet.
Dungeons and Dragons?
All right,
I'll
so
leave that up
your
to-
buddies getting together
I'll
for
leave
some
that-
D&D?
Leave that up to the stranger.
By the way, I
kids.
just looked this up.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to look up the menu, first of all, at Ruby's and see what you're really in for. But I first looked for Texas-based on-the-border Mexican grill and cantina.
Yeah.
Has closed its doors. Its only Columbus restaurant.
Let's pour one
Part of the wave of reported closings nationwide.
Pour one out.
2 dumpsters sat outside the restaurant just west of Easton Town Center. A sign on the door said, "The closing is permanent."
So they
The
didn't
Columbus
match.
location has been removed from the chain's website. And Anthony Rothman's first date with Jamie is now officially complete.
Yep.
It's come full circle.
Still
but
kicking,
man,
though.
what a run.
Still kicking though.
Still
Shout
kicking.
out to
And
Jamie.
what a run.
Yep.
Like that's a long run for that place to last till
Good business.
25.
Good business. Yeah.
It's too bad, man.
Yep.
I should have taken it over if I would have known. Try to save
There's
the rest. Save the clock
TLC.
tower.
That's a bit of a gong. Like talking about saving
I didn't
a
say I
restaurant.
could have done it, but I'm just saying.
The
I
fact
would
that I even considered that.
All right.
They're fire the gong. That was a flex.
got my
AR.
boy Georgie involved. I'll invest a liting bit.
Another restaurant
The endless
owner.
chips.
Fire the gong again.
Another restaurant tour.
Another restaurant owner. It's boy. Keep going, AR.
How
I
about
got
this?
nothing left.
An 8-ounce Japanese ribeye. How much you think?
Oh, a ribeye? That thing's massive.
8 ounce?
8 ounce.
Oh, I don't know.
Wagyu beef Japanese
Oh,
ribeye.
that's Wagyu. You're at least At least
the
$80.
big swagoo.
80? At least. That's the floor.
Double it.
Yeah, 160.
Okay. Well, for two. It's for two.
8 ounces. I'm housing that. I'm probably I'm still hungry.
Sorry for the inconvenience. This ribeye's for one. We'll come back in 2 minutes. And Shedeur. What is the tease on this again, TLC, now that you got me all distracted?
He did an interview where I thought that he was more vulnerable than ever before.
All right, we'll hear that next. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News and World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
Hey folks, winter is here. The number one cost for everyone each month are those pesky heating bills that never stop increasing. It is time to take action and do something about it. Call USA Insulation today and get your home insulated with our premium foam for only $99 a month, interest-free. That's right, $99 a month. You can have a warm, cozy home that you and your family deserves. 529-2440, 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The perfect ratio of sports talk, dogs, pro wrestling, and gambling advice.
It's science.
You're listening to Rothman and Ice.
All right, back at it. All right, let's attack this. We talked about Shedeur, and I think there's some mild excitement around him. It's the team that's dragging this thing down, and I truly believe that. I believe that. What do you got?
No, it's just it's just the team. I mean, it's just the Browns. They're just dragging everybody down.
There was a line. Oh, what movie was this, or what show was this? Oh, I was watching last night. It was. I'm into stupid movies, not all the time, but I watched the remake of.
There's a drop for you from the movie King. I'm into stupid movies, not all the time.
Yeah, but I watched the remake of The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Which was a fake relationship, right? Was that to help sell the movie?
It might have been. Okay. I don't remember if it was totally fake.
About to say, way to get on the glory years, Liam.
So this is a nice departure. We've seen intense guys. We've seen Jason Statham do comedy.
You said he missed his window?
Yes.
Okay.
No, he's done some.
No, he's saying no. With Pamela.
Oh, all right.
He said, way to get it on the glory years.
Okay. Well, how old is he?
He's got to be
70. Yeah, I mean,
65.
What do you want him to do? Go to the school of Belichick? I mean, maybe he's just a normal guy. So
a very particular set of skills.
Exactly.
73.
All right. So anyway, I'm watching this movie, and I'm not even going to finish it because it really was even stupider than I thought. And I know it's kind of built that way.
Yeah.
But they always have the double entendre. They have the different meanings of different things. You know, the old, Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. It has a lot of that from the original. And so he says, or she says to him, wow, he was such a saint.
Okay.
And he goes, well, more of a Bronco. And, and starts going, he goes, or maybe a Packer, as long as it's not the Browns. Like he says this in the movie.
As long as
it's not the Browns. And so I'm thinking with Shedeur, you guys tell me, if this team had a little more around him, a little more excitement, I don't think we'd be looking at Shedeur the same way we're looking at him now. Can he lift them up? Can he carry them? Because that's what he's being strapped with now, I think, at this point in time. Is he good enough for them to be good without really being good?
Yeah, because boy, what playmakers, we take Fannin off the board.
And he's your second tight end.
What playmakers do you really love? You know?
Yeah.
Like that, to your point, I agree with what you're saying, and that's a lot to ask. Now, look, we got free agency to go, we got a draft to go, and all of that stuff. So that may look different for him. But I do think he is a guy right now, and heck, that quarterback room is a guy right now, no matter who it is, that it's going to be a grind. It's probably going to be a grind. And then you're talking about a new system coming into the building as well. And so that's never great, where you have a rookie in year one that had one offensive system that he was playing in, and now Todd Monken's going to come in with a whole new system that he's got to learn. You would love for him to just ease back into year two with knowing all the plays and having chemistry with his teammates with the same playbook.
Okay, I see that point for sure. I looked at it a little differently. I think this is going to be good for him. I think getting Monken, getting his hands on the situation and feeling like they got a little, like more of a big picture plan for the team now. I think they had to kind of force some wins through with Stefanski. It felt like it was kind of hanging on. And I never thought they had a big picture mentality. Now, maybe there is a little bit of a reset. And now maybe they can, he's got the experience of playing. He's made mistakes. You're right. He's got to learn something new. But I almost feel like this could be a refresher for him and the team. Now, Shedeur was on with Kay Adams up in Adams' show, and you set this up for us.
Yeah, so this is, I think, for all of the, I guess, pomp and circumstance around Shedeur Sanders, this is probably one of the most level-headed answers, the most genuine answers that he could give. And there's a little twinge of arrogance for a brief second, but I think he actually follows it up and is pretty clear and honest in a way that I think a lot of people can get behind. And here it is.
Has your confidence level changed at all throughout your rookie year? Are you the same sky high, confident guy? More or less? Have you had any?
I'm always the same. I think when you don't play, when you're just trying to just figure it out, then I think that's where I think something can brew a little bit. But then whenever you're getting back to feeling like normal, like whenever I feel like me, everything works out. So it's kind of like mastering how to get to that place all the time. You have flashes. That's the most thing I appreciate about this year is I proved to myself I'm able to dominate the league. But to do it on a consistent basis, that's what the goal is. But for me in this past season, that's what proved to myself that, okay, no matter what happened, no matter anything that transpired, you are able to go out there and compete, and you are able, you got to speak life within yourself. A lot of situations, a lot of this would have killed a lot of people, it definitely would have killed a lot of people. So you just got to view things a little different, and what worked for you last year when it come to mentally and when it come to understanding things is not going to work this year because it's a different set of circumstances. Like, I can't use the same recipe of success that I used in Colorado now because the dynamic and the situation and everything's different. So that's when you got to reach out to resources. That's when you got to peel back and understand, okay, this is the task at hand. This is what I got to do. And how can I get advice on how to do it?
I think the eyebrows probably shot up when he said, yes, I know that I can dominate. Yeah. Or he said, I proved that I can dominate. And then, so that's like, whoa. And then he followed it up with, but the goal is to do that consistently. So
I liked everything about it except that. But I
loved it all.
But he walks a tightrope between being arrogant and confident, like he does.
You know why? Because at the back end, he humbled himself. And I don't think he needed to be humbled. I appreciate who he is already out of the gate. And I think every athlete has a certain level of arrogance to them, whether they display it publicly or not. But what he mentioned too early on was the flashes too, that he can go back to and build his confidence. And knowing that, okay, I wasn't consistent, but I wasn't a complete dud all the way through in everything that I did. And I think that's where you should find encouragement if you're Todd Monken, if you are part of the Browns fan base that does like Shedeur. But him himself, you just heard him say that, going back and watching some of the things that I did, I know that I can do this. I just got to iron out the wrinkles. And if he does do that, then you saw some of the stuff that happened in the Raiders game. You saw what he did against Tennessee. Then you might have your guy.
Yeah, and like I said in the beginning, I feel like maybe he's probably getting too much scrutiny based on who he is and what he is supposed to be. And maybe it is just words or semantics, but I feel like I don't want that. I want the ego to help him, not hurt him. And sometimes I thought he was too confident on when he got off platform. Like, I don't think he has that zip. He has the accuracy. And I'm glad that, like you said, maybe he came back at the end of that, and maybe he just chose a word that came to his mind in that conversation.
Because earlier he said flashes, and then he turned it into dominance.
Yeah, I know I can dominate the league. What I would say, and just questioning it, is nobody dominates. Nobody dominates. And that's what he's got to know. This is pro football. These are the best of the best of the best every week, 7 days apart. I will never dominate this league. But I've proven to myself I can compete in this league.
But you got to have that belief, though.
I'm all about the belief.
Have that belief in yourself. And so him saying that, it doesn't bother me. I know you don't like that from guys.
Well, maybe I'm having PTSD from when Johnny meant I'm going to wreck this league. Like, maybe I've got that.
Well, that was prior to him even doing anything in the NFL. Like, Johnny was in the draft room saying, hurry up and draft me and doing all those things. But he can have that level of confidence. To me, you guys are saying arrogance. But I love what he said at the end, because no matter whatever word we want to use, it sounds like he is going into this offseason realizing I need to reach out to people that can help me become a better player. And that, to me, is what it's all about.
And I think that getting a new coach is going to help that. How it works, if it's not successful, how he reacts to it is going to be important. But that's why I'm excited for him, that he gets a new set of eyes, a new brain, a new different look. Last year was about, I think last year for him, unfortunately, was about, I have to come in this league and be great right away. I think it put too much pressure on him.
Hopped on a moving train.
Yeah, I think this actually resets it a little bit for him.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're going to come back with a Buckeye Bulletin and Ryan Day again about using the portal. And is he using it where he needs it? That's next. Rothman and Ice in the Fan.
I don't give a damn about the Browns. Whatever you're doing right now, just know that Bo Bishop is enjoying a sip of bourbon. Even if this promo is playing in the morning, no judgment.
Ah, sweet morning drinking.
The Fan.
Leaky pipes, no hot water, issues with your sewer or drains? When plumbing problems strike, Logan Services is ready to help you out. We offer free estimates on water heaters, water softeners, and drain lines. Whether it's a surprise leak or an aging water tank, we'll give you an honest recommendation so you can take action fast. Don't wait. Schedule your free plumbing estimate now. Fast, friendly service you trust from Logan Services.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate, or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse, Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Tell Ohio Credit Union Business Banking is there whether you need a loan to grow your operations or cash flow solutions to keep things moving forward. Real talk about what matters to your business. Visit telohio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Ohio is open to all in central and southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. Valentine's Day is about getting it right. When it comes to jewelry, you don't guess, you go to Diamond Seller. Nearly 80 years of trusted experts, luxury collections, and no pressure. Guy to guy, they make it easy. This Valentine's Day, shop Diamond Seller, Sawmill Road, Easton, or DiamondSeller.com.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is the big game headquarters. Join us February 8th at the Sportsbook for massive screens, great food, and giveaways that make every play count. Toss cornhole for prizes and enter to win a helmet signed by the GOAT and 7-time NFL champion. This is the party everyone's talking about, and space is limited, so don't miss out. Reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com and join us for all the big game action. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify. Jake Diebler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Maryland.
Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 7:30.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Ohio sports destination. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, the Fan. Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 4 windows and get 4 free plus an extra 10% off from windownation.com.
All right, Buckeye Bulletin time. You know what we need to find out is after the Buckeyes' latest loss, where are they for March Madness? Because I've kind of been in on them getting in.
You had the percentages for us the last few days. I think
it was like
the latest
65, and then it went to
45. No, 55. I think it went down to 55.
56 and change, maybe.
When AK was in here on Monday, I think it was 55.
All right, so let me get it for you now. You know, it actually ticked up a little bit.
Okay, where we?
They're at 57.5%.
Moving on up.
On making it.
Moving on up.
We'll see. All right, so that's that. You guys can jump in on that.
In the sky.
They're still a favorite to make it.
You're welcome.
They need what you.
We're having sing-alongs, Rothman.
Yeah, I know.
No, listen, I'm happy you guys went so old school. I was just
thought
letting
that
you guys
would warm your heart.
It did. I was just, I was distracted doing the show over here.
Doing your job, huh?
So they're minus 135 to make it.
Okay.
A little better than even money to not make it.
We've been talking about it. There's some opportunities right on
big time
on the schedule coming their way. And,
Michigan this Sunday.
And that was the one, right? You went over there and you were competitive with them in that game. They kind of
6-point lead in the second half. Looked like it was going to be their day. Tilly banks in a 3 and then they just can't get to the offensive. They can't get to the free throw line. They can't handle the big boy.
There you go. Right. And so you mentioned it. It's in your crib on Sunday, 1:00 tip, little matinee action. Should be a nice crowd for that. One of the best teams in the country coming in. And not only is it that game, you still got Virginia. Where is that? I know it's neutral site. Where exactly is that game? Do you know the Virginia game? TLC, can you find that out? But that's another one. And then it's Sparty, and then it's Purdue. So they have some meat left on this bone, but they now lost 2 of their last 3. And so it's just all about, for me, like, can a guy like Chapman still maintain some of the things that he's doing offensively? Will the depth start to develop? And also, one thing, too, I wanted to bring up the other day when we talked about the game is Bruce, for me right now, AR, he's not getting enough shots up. And I know he's got a responsibility of setting the table and being the lead guard and all that. But you look at the last 3 games, 11 attempts against Michigan, 6 attempts against Penn State, and then 11 again against Wisconsin. I think he needs to be more aggressive.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's a tough team to be aggressive against, and I'll tell you why. Because they've got bigs, and they got bigs that can shoot and they can block you. I was watching that game pretty closely, and Mobley's trying to create for himself like he does. He gets blocked on a step back by a big for Wisconsin. So some of it is matchup related. And the other bad news about that game, and I think Jake spoke about it on Monday, was that they got to defend better without fouling. Like, Mobes picked up his third at the 14-minute mark, had to leave the game.
Yeah, that's tough.
Royal got his third, I thought, on a horrible call when he stole the ball. And then, I'll tell you, when Bruce got in the paint, and he could have cut it to 6, and he didn't, and then you get a shot clock violation on Bynum, and he could have cut it to 6, and Thornton and Mobley, I'd have to go look at their shots, but they had no field goals in the first 9 minutes of the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two of your best guys.
It's not what they
went small, and when they go small, they can't get on the glass.
Yeah.
And when they can't and that's why I think Wisconsin was such kryptonite for them. And guess who Michigan's only loss is to this year? Wisconsin. And so they're a weird, freaky team. And I actually was surprised. The worst thing about that game for me is that the Badgers dropped 92 on them. That's not usually their identity. They maximize the shot clock. They maximize possession.
Yeah.
But they've got bigs who can shoot, and they got on fire. And Ohio State got behind the 8-ball.
And you mentioned the fouling, AR. They were elite from the free throw line. I mean, 19 of 21 as a team from the stripe, that being Wisconsin. But, yeah, for me, I just think Bruce Thornton this time of year, like, you got to unload the clip, big dog. It's because we know it's in there. We know it's in there. I don't like him leaving games with less than 15 to 20 field goal attempts. He and Mobley, those are the guys, right? If things are going to happen more times than not, it's because of them. And so just let's hit the gas pedal a little bit more on the offensive end for me.
He likes to get to the mid-range, and the mid-range, he's deadly. But the mid-range against the Badgers is a give and take because that you're shooting over people. And
that's true, but you still gotta impose your will too, and get them, force them to maybe foul too, and don't be passive with. And I'm not saying he is, but hopefully that's not the mentality because he's too good of a player to me to not be getting enough shots up in a game.
The one game this is they should beat Maryland. They really should. I know it's on the road, but they should. The one thing they can't afford to do, and I don't think they will, is look past them to Michigan. Because everyone knows that this game, they need a signature win.
Yeah.
And if Maryland gets cracked by a lot of teams, but that's one of those that if you...
They should win that game.
They should.
They're 1-9 in the conference.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Maryland. They should.
They got to handle business.
But don't overlook a road game in the conference
because of the big one on Sunday. TLC, did you find where the Virginia game will be played?
That game is being billed as the Nashville Hoop Showdown, so I'm willing to guess it's in Tennessee.
Okay.
In Nashville.
Out in Las Vegas. Bridgestone Arena. I would say, I just looked this up.
Yeah.
Maryland played the Cavs to an 8-point game. They scored 53 in the second half against Virginia.
Okay.
So every now and then they show up.
They can heat up a little bit.
Okay. Ohio State football, they did grab a offensive tackle. A former, what were you going to say?
Oh, the Dartmouth kid?
Yeah, the Dartmouth kid.
Vashon, is that his first name?
Sounds good to me. Washington is his last name. He's committed to Ohio State. 6'5", 290 pounds. Has offensive guard and tackle experience, has allowed only one sack over 700 career snaps.
Damn.
Welcome to the Big Ten now.
I'm about to say.
You respect that, but there's a level up coming for sure.
Hell will freeze over before a Dartmouth kid starts at Ohio State.
Well, they got a lot of starters coming back.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if that I don't know.
I don't know.
I think you could have said years ago that,
What's the tail of tape on this guy? You got that?
6'5", 290.
Thanks for listening, Matty.
Thanks for listening, Ice.
Let's see. What would be a drop to play when that?
He just had this. Listen, it's by the way.
Looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavatier, which means that we are just about out of time.
I'm going to give you a lot of credit.
That's what Ice has over there.
I think this is the beauty of this.
That's bad.
I think.
Toggle bell.
Yeah. Oh, here. This is even better. This is perfect.
Please tell me you know who that is.
Charlie Brown's teacher, right?
All right.
Yeah.
No, I think when you're having a lot of fun, and he's been distracting us. I think there's an out.
That's my
for
bad.
sure. No, it's fine.
Do you want to listen to some music? We can do that. We can do.
What do you got over there now?
Oh no, I had it turned off.
I don't
DJ
agree
Surf
with
makes
his.
a lot.
Just because you started at Dartmouth, you couldn't start here.
I'm with you. Oh yeah, this is good right here. Good vibes right here. Good. To the east side. Yeah, that. I like it.
Sherman Helmsley, what a legend! What an absolute legend!
Oh my gosh!
Since this segment's gone to the dogs anyway, let's just have sing-alongs.
Hey, I'm with you. They're identifying a talent, right? Obviously, they've done that, bringing him in here, and it's not a room to where all those guys that are in that room right now are, hey, for sure, you're no doubt our guy right now after what we saw, and so there's some competition you add to the room, and I like that. I like it.
I mean, there have been a lot of small college studs that have gone on to great careers in the NFL,
like Logan George. Boing.
Man, his Notre Dame fandom and him dunking on Ohio State
Notre Dame
comes through. Why are you taking shots at Logan George, man?
All I'm saying, I'm just saying that, hey, they got a kid from Dartmouth.
No, you didn't just say that. You said that
hell would freeze
over if a kid from Dartmouth could start at Ohio State.
I still hold on to that.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of
unless somebody took a massive recruiting discount for the sake of going to the Ivy Leagues.
Okay.
If that was the case, then I might stand corrected on that. But if all he was ever going to be was an Ivy League player, then no.
Here's what we know. He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy.
We do know that.
And he probably has a great future ahead of him in something academically.
Speaking of college football.
Or the Aviators.
More predictions.
Put him in the penalty box. Okay. Go in the penalty box for a few minutes.
Double minor. He's going to be bleeding in a minute. We come back. More CFP predictions and maybe an unlikely or likely Heisman winner, depending on where you live and how you look at it. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Hey, it's Anthony. So I was recently asked how I've been doing in my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. And I paused and I said, you know what? Pretty darn good. Because it reminded me what I was dealing with a couple years ago. My personal journey. I had plantar fasciitis, that horrible heel pain. If I was on my feet for a while, my lower back would be on fire. And now, honestly, none of that. Zero issues with my feet since I started wearing them. I have my Good Feet arch supports in every day. I feel supported. I feel aligned. And now that I feel better, it's made all the difference. I want to work out more. I want to go out more. Just be more active. I'm telling you, over the last couple of years, my health, my energy, my quality of life has all been affected in a really positive way. They've really helped me keep the pain away. The guys ask me all the time, do I really have them in today? Yes, I do, and I'll take my shoes off upon request to show you. Go take the free test walk. The Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road in Grove City. Get started at goodfeet.com.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Right now, save on USDA Choice T-Bone steaks or Private Selection Angus Top Sirloin steaks. Just $8.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Oh, okay. We've got a little song today, eh?
Yeah, spent quite a while working on that one. Thought I'd sell more windows if I had a catchy window jingle.
I like it. You know, jingles aren't really our thing at Pella. We just stick to the highest levels of quality and design thing.
Oh. Wish we would have thought of that.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You can do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.
Even poolside like Drewski, you can switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Now I get all the VIP perks.
Start saving from day one, and for a limited time, get T-Mobile's Better Value Plan.
I know you love deals.
Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800. What do you think of all that, Drewski?
Stay chillin', just switch it. It's better over here.
Check the math at T-Mobile.com/better value. Savings versus comparable plans at AT&T and Verizon, plus the cost of optional benefits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. With 3+ lines of Better Value Plan, 3+ new lines and 2 eligible ports, or 3+ lines and 5+ years on T-Mobile postpaid plan required. Qualifying credit required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Get up to $800 per line via virtual prepaid card. Typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, ported, 90+ days with device and eligible carrier, and timely redemption required. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Card issued by Sunrise Banks N.A. member FDIC.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you're noticing issues with ED or low T, then your relationships, your confidence, and even your career has already been affected. Online folks promise convenience and discretion, but their treatments are generic and some are even unsafe. Guys, no more excuses. Columbus Men's Clinic has a medical provider focused solely on ED and low T. The right way. No unproven snake oil or peptides without solid research. They've been helping men get safe, effective treatment for over a decade. Call 614-300-7400 right now or book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Their medical foundation means freedom to practice medicine the right way, not confined by one-size-fits-all pills. Plus, there are treatments that can help you maintain what you've got. Just like going to the gym to maintain muscle, there's ways to keep ED and low T at bay without a pill. It's time to show up for your family and your life like never before. Turn your tomorrows into today. Call 614-300-7400 or book online in under 30 seconds. columbusmensclinic.com.
Hey, are you driving high right now? You might be, because a whole lot of people do. They say marijuana makes them a better driver, more careful, more focused. That's probably what the guy who killed a 4-year-old thought. And now, he's in prison. You see, no matter what you tell yourself, if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Baker. We've got breaking news in the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks are trading 10-time All-Star Anthony Davis to the Washington Wizards in an 8-player, 5-pick trade. The trade sees 2 former Buckeyes involved as D'Angelo Russell heads to the Wizards. Malachi Branham goes to Dallas. The Columbus Blue Jackets are the hottest team in the NHL, winning 6 straight. They play their final game before the break tonight, hosting the Chicago Blackhawks at 7. Kirill Marchenko skated this morning and could return to the lineup after missing last night's game with an illness. Jet Greaves gets the start in net. Coverage on the Fan begins at 6:30. The Cleveland Cavaliers out in L.A. to take on the Clippers at 10:30. This one's sponsored by High Bank Distillery Co., locally inspired dishes and award-winning cocktails. Visit highbankco.com to make your reservation today. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hour number 3. Glad you are with us. Hockey and Hounds with Z coming up at 2:30. Fresh off his nap. And the Jackets on the biggest heater right now going into the Olympic break. Let's get one more tonight and go 10-1 with the bonus bump.
Let's go.
And be the scariest team that anybody wants to face coming out of the break. That would be it.
Okay.
Be the team nobody wants to play again.
Talk that talk, AR.
And juggle this goaltending thing to perfection. He's done that. Jets back in net tonight because of the back-to-back.
Okay.
And so this isn't a – I'm just off the must-win now. Like, that's freedom up. They're in the conversation. They know they can't hand anything away, but, you know, when they made the change, it was, okay, very unlikely they're making the playoffs. Like, and it's still, a real uphill climb with all the teams, but they're right there now in the Metro. So I'll give you the percentage on whether they'll make it or not. You can still get plus money on the Jackets to make the playoffs. So that puts them plus 125. That's about 45%. So just a little bit under a coin flip on the Jackets making it.
I like that.
I actually like that bet right now.
That makes me feel pretty good.
It'd be a nice
I like the value.
to grab it now,
no doubt,
at plus 125.
You think if they stay there before we get to this college football stuff, you think that the Big Don will make a couple moves?
Yeah. This turns you into a buyer.
Yeah.
There's a trade freeze now, with the Olympics coming up.
Right.
I feel like
coming out of that, got to go a little bit, don't you?
A little bit, lean into it a little bit.
Yeah.
We asked him the other day, and it's all scenario based. And he even said to us, because there were 4 games left, now there's 1 before the break. And I said, you've got 4 going into the break and 5 coming out of the break before the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, listen, if we lose these 4 going into the break, it changes everything. And clearly they haven't.
Okay.
And so, no, I think his entire Olympic break is going to be about what do we do.
How do we get better?
Yeah.
How do we get better?
And so he's leaning into it. He's got the right guy at the switches now, and everyone's riding that wave. So we'll see if they can go into the break on a good note. But we'll have Z at 2:30. We'll talk a lot about the Olympics, and him representing the country and getting to go to Italy and then be on the bench with Torts again and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All of his boys from Michigan, Larkin, all those guys that he's playing with. And the fact that this isn't just a Canada and everybody else.
No, we're winning it.
Well,
we're winning it.
I don't want to guarantee that Canada's so
winning
deep.
it. Print the shirt.
I'll tell you this. If our goaltending is as good as what it should be, we've got a very good chance.
I'm saying it. We're winning it.
All right.
That's how much confidence. I won't tell Z that because I'm sure he probably would not like hearing that from me. But sitting here right now, we're coming back with the goal. Coming back with the goal.
You want me to give you their odds?
Yeah, I would love that. Actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell Z that you've already printed their shirts.
So the USA to win the gold is plus 175, which puts it at about 35%.
Where's Canada?
30s. Canada is at plus 110.
Okay.
So a little over, a little plus money on that. That puts them
for
about 50%.
We got something for them.
All right. I think we got a lot of more for you, Mr. T. All right, so let's get into the college football predictions. The one that jumped out at you this morning, tell the folks.
So over at The Athletic, they surveyed 28 of their college football writers just right around the country, and they did some early predictions as far as who they believe will win the Heisman Trophy, the Natty, conference championships, or championship. There's only one of those. And some other topics as well. So what would you be interested in, sir? Do you want to start with, let's say, name 3 teams that missed the playoff in 2025 that will make it in 2026? Do you want to start with the Heisman?
I want to start with the Heisman.
Okay. So they would you like to guess who they think?
I have not seen what you've seen.
So hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
The 3 of them? Top 3, top 5?
You can guess whoever you think the winner is. In their minds.
I want to say Arch Manning, but I can't go back to the well on that just yet. I think I think the writers would be like, I didn't see enough to go all in on that. I don't want to, because I bet a lot of them predicted he'd win it last year. And so maybe they're a little spooked by that.
Yeah.
I think his boy is up there.
CJ Carr?
I think CJ Carr, because I want to lean quarterback in this.
Okay.
And then I would say, so I'll go CJ Carr, Arch Manning, Julian Sayin.
They, over at The Athletic, have Jeremiah Smith as the winner. So
non-quarterback?
There were
the winner?
The winner for the Heisman Trophy. 11 votes for Jeremiah Smith. You were on it with some other guys, though. Right after that is Arch Manning. He got 4 of the votes. CJ Carr got 3. Julian Sayin, Dante Moore, Trinidad Chambliss, and Jaden Mayava for USC all got 2. And then Sam Levitt, he got 1 vote. Malachi Toney rounds out the field with 1 vote. Miami's wide receiver. And for the folks that don't know, Sam Levitt now is the quarterback at LSU from Arizona State. So Jeremiah getting 11 of the, 11 of the 28 votes. They think he is going to win the Heisman this year.
How does he win it over his own quarterback?
It's always something I have a hard time figuring out, especially now that Julian showcased who he is as an individual talent. And this isn't like the Mac Jones, Devonta Smith vibe, where it felt like Devonta was the aircraft carrier in that. I think there's a healthy balance between what Julian and Jeremiah can bring to the field, and I think they can both be dominant in their own rights. But that's a pretty significant gap, even between Jeremiah and Arch, that 11-4.
I like it, and actually, I wish his value was a little better, Jeremiah's, because I do like him this year with no Carnell Tate, and the fact that they may be force-feeding him even more. Not that they need the other guys, but there's not this 1 and 1A going into the season like it felt last year. Now, he wound up blowing Carnell Tate away, the injury late in the year and all that, but they were similar in touchdowns. But catches and yards, he kind of started to blow him away. Where Carnell Tate won me over in the first half of the year were two things. One, his average yards on his touchdown catches.
Big plays.
Were big. Yeah. And the way he caught them were the circus catches and all that. I thought so. He was on the highlight reel, not just for scoring, but the way he was scoring. But now now that you take let's say a 90-catch receiver in Jeremiah Smith and you give him his talent, and you're elevating, and you lose Porter and lose Graham, and you're elevating Ennis, like that gap now.
Mm-hmm.
But like if Jeremiah Smith catches 100 footballs this year, then he's got a really good chance.
And look, there's a world, too, to where Chris Henry is as good as advertised, right? To where we're looking at, what Ryan Williams was able to do year one in Alabama. Now, his career's gone the other way, which is crazy, just all the drops. But we just watched Malachi Toney be a true freshman and play at a very high level for Miami. So those guys that seem to be cut from a different cloth, maybe that is Chris Henry. And maybe he immediately is going to stamp himself as a legit number 2 in this system. We shall see. But those guys are going to have to prove it. So there's no doubt a little gray area there. They did the AR who will win the Big Ten. And of the kind of elite contenders in their mind,
Ooh.
You want to guess, TLC? Have you seen this?
Rothman, how much confidence do you have in the Hoosiers?
I don't know about Josh Hoover. He's a talented guy.
He's good.
Their roster had a lot of turnover this year. I mean, they are technically the team to beat. I'm not denying that. But
I think it'd be a coin flip whether they chose Ohio State or Indiana.
Okay. I think you're probably right in a coin flip. They've got in fact, Omar Cooper Jr., D'Angelo Pons,
they lost a lot.
Carter Smith's back.
I like the addition of
Nick Marsh. They were losing a lot.
They did.
I will just pick on the other side. It's such a coin flip to me. I'll pick the other side of whatever you pick just because.
All right, I'll take Ohio State.
Then in that case, I think they chose Indiana.
Or Oregon.
With 13 votes. Quack, quack.
Yeah.
What?
It's the Oregon Ducks.
That's why I'm glad I said it before he said it, because you and I were too locked in on last year's Big Ten title game.
Oregon 13 votes, Ohio State 9, Indiana 5, USC 1.
I mean, the game's here. That helps.
Maybe Ohio State's schedule is too stiff, I guess.
The gauntlet.
Hey,
listen.
They got that
they
big
get him here.
Game, don't forget.
Oregon's going to
Dante Moore coming back
with a good roster.
Massive.
It's going to be a good roster too.
Doesn't he? He has 2 new coordinators now out there.
Yeah, both were head coaches.
Yeah, so that's a gauntlet. That's going to change things. I think they should be a little better defensively, though. I think that's like Maddie's talking about USC earlier. Like, I think if Oregon ramps up a little defensively, and I think they should be a little better, I think that's where people may be surprised. That Oregon may show some things.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that they would be picked. I mean, I definitely assumed that they would be up there. But
a lot of guys that came back on defense.
That's the thing.
Well, there you go.
Combined with Dante.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's more comfort there.
Yep.
All right. What do you got on tap for the old pre-snapper?
We were kind of talking about it earlier throughout the past couple of weeks of Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame. And then we kind of thought, maybe there were some theories out there that Robert Kraft didn't want to share the spotlight with Bill Belichick. But now Robert Kraft isn't going to get in the Hall of Fame either. And so now we have to actually
Not yet.
Right. He'll get in. But honest to goodness, and we've kind of floated this idea, are they going to hold it against Tom Brady and not put him in the Hall of Fame with all the scandals that he did get punished for?
It's another level of evidence. We'll talk about it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
The biggest football party of the year is at Hollywood Casino Columbus on Sunday, February 8th at the Sportsbook. I'm Scotty Vegas, and the party gets started at 5 with a special prop show with tons of betting advice and prizes. Enter win a helmet signed by a 7-time champion. It's the party everyone's talking about. Space is limited. The Sportsbook has massive screens, so reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community's stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
For the past 100 years, Shriners Children's has become family to over 1.5 million kids.
In tough times and good times, they're there when we need them most.
Please go online right now to loveshriners.org.
It's Super Bowl 60, and since we're the official radio home of the Super Bowl, we can say the word Super Bowl and not big game. So we're going to say Super Bowl a lot. Seahawks and Patriots in the Super Bowl. Coverage starts Sunday at 4 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies for us today, but chilly. Temperatures only getting into the mid-20s, and then for tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows down into the single digits. For Thursday, expect partly sunny skies, but daytime highs a little bit cooler as we only get into the 20s with light winds. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Catch T-Bone and Tyvus weekday mornings from 6 to 9. If you're not completely satisfied, we'll rewind time and erase your brain. For real, The Fan. Rothman and Ice present Pre-Snap Reads.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, Bet365 time.
Let's get into it, big dog, because at Bet365, they're taking care of their new customers in a great, great way, because all they're going to have to do is bet $5. After that, they're getting $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So after that, go ahead and turn that $200 into something bigger and better. When you bet on money lines, totals, player props, spreads, and a whole bunch of other goodies, watch out for those daily boost and super boost as well. Good stuff, especially Super Bowl week, man. Been looking at a lot of the stuff, a lot of the specials they have cooked up. Yeah, watch out for those Super Bowl specials. If you're into that, man, they got a lot of options for you guys on deck.
All right, so last night paid off.
Okay, love to hear it.
I've been really dicey on hockey lately just because but if there was one thing I said yesterday that I felt was going to happen with Marchenko out, is that Fantilli was due to put the puck on the net. And he did wind up getting those 2 shots on goal. And so did Z. And they got exactly 2 shots on goal each. So that paid off. And Jackets covered the puck line as well. So for those people that cashed in on that, congratulations. I don't think I'm going to do it to them tonight. I'm going to stay away.
Rothman a nice curse? I'm trying to stay away from that?
It'd be very easy to ride the wave.
What's the word on Marchie?
I don't know. He was ill
out
yesterday.
Yeah, he was sick yesterday. Maybe even stayed back. I don't know. But yeah.
Keep him away from the squad.
Exactly.
And I think certainly his availability tonight. I think he skated this morning, and he looked good.
Okay.
So I would say if he feels good after he looked good,
maybe out there,
then you make that call. I mean, if you want to ride the wave, you want to ride this heater, and you want to lay the goal and a half, you're getting plus 170. They are the hottest team in the league. Not doing it myself just because I want to stay away and not put any weird vibe out there.
Yeah.
Because the second I probably attach to it, although I did win last night, so I shouldn't
be so
tough on myself there. I'm going to go to the NBA, and with all the talk about the Cavs and the trade and all this, they play the Clippers tonight, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if Harden is going to play. I think I'd be surprised if he does play tonight.
I think Mitchell's going to want to put on a little bit of a show. They're on the road, right?
Yeah, we're in L.A.
So give me...
Calling for Josh.
Give me... Yeah, I felt bad for him in that press conference.
Yeah, it was tough. It was secondhand embarrassment at its finest for me.
All right, give me Spider Mitchell 30 or more and Kawhi 30 or more.
I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but we're in LA.
One of the best rivalries that's brewing in the NBA right now is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, those guys do not like each other at all. Very, very good young cores. As we know, the Thunder are the champs. Those teams getting after it tonight down there in Texas. I like the money line value for the Spurs right now at plus 105. So I'm going to do that. So between that, the Jackets game tonight, watching them continue their heater, the Cavs and the Clippers, but this game, it's going to be a good sports night for me. So, yeah, I'll go Spurs AR plus 105 to take down the Thunder tonight. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
You guys know I love going up to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the Gold Jacket Thursdays. The Hall of Fame's been taking a beating over this. And they shouldn't really. I mean, maybe it's the process.
The voters.
But it's the voters that are taking the beating on this. Not really. But they're in turn representing the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so you can understand why Canton is taking a little bit here. But Kraft got the treatment that Belichick got based on... Not that Kraft ordered Spygate, but he's the owner of the team. He got nailed with the fine and the loss of the first-round draft pick, and so we got the same treatment. Bobby came on with us a week ago and asked, do you think that Tom Brady's going to get the same treatment? And when he asked, I said, I didn't think so. But this was before Kraft. I said I didn't think so because I didn't think the voters were going to look at Deflategate the same way they looked at Spygate. I think a coach ordering stealing of videotaping the other team's sidelines.
There's levels to it.
It's a little different than giving two henchmen some free gear and telling them to take the footballs into a closet and take a little air out. Even though I didn't like that either. I thought
everybody should be playing on the same field, level playing.
Yeah, and I didn't care whether Aaron Rodgers liked his footballs plump and the other guy liked them holding it like a Nerf. They plump when you cook. They plump when you cook them. And so I feel like, and you guys threw football. We all did. The ball had less air in it. You were able to grip it better. You were able to throw it better. There's a fine line between having too little air for that thing to be able to spin it and spiral it well. But I always thought that 2027 was going to be the greatest class in history. Like, I feel like that with Roethlisberger and
Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski.
And what about Richard Sherman and in that group too?
That's a banger of a
and
class.
Guess who else? Antonio Brown.
Okay, see, that's the one. That is going to be a very polarizing one because
Brady, Richard Sherman, Brown, Gronk, Adrian.
And AB.
Yes.
AB is to me, no doubt, Hall of Famer. His talent, his body of work, especially since he stamped it at the end with that Super Bowl in Tampa. But based off of how they've treated other wide receivers in the past that have had a spicy, personality, they're gonna make him
the off-field stuff.
They're gonna make him wait. Yeah, for sure. That's what all that stuff too. It's not been good, his post-career. But if we're talking football and football only, that dude was different, man. 84 suiting up for the black and gold was a special dude to watch. But that class I'm with you. That's all-timer stuff right there.
That's why I always thought the 27, like I've been luckily enough, fortunate through my friends and the wonderful people at Sugardale and Chanel No. 5 and everybody that's connected, I've been able to go to those Gold Jacket dinners, and some you go to and some you don't.
Fire to go.
Some you go to. 27, I'm at that dinner.
Actually, that's a double going because he's saying I get to pick which ones I want to.
No,
some of you guys I don't even care about.
Yeah, well,
some of you guys aren't
some
good
of you
enough.
guys I'd rather play Firestone.
Yeah, here's your double gone.
Some of you guys, I've had the rubber chicken and I'm going to go to Firestone.
So with these Gold Jacket dinners, are you like the new Hall of Famers where you're not allowed to speak?
Oh, where I wouldn't be allowed to speak at the dinner?
Isn't that what happens at the Gold Jacket dinners? Is that
you're not allowed?
Everyone who's been in the Hall of Fame is allowed to speak. Everyone who is getting inducted has to just sit and observe.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Well, they go through the gauntlet, though. It's a gauntlet.
Well, here we go.
They line up.
I mean, I'm using so many folders right now.
I'd say at the Gold Jacket dinner,
It's a gauntlet.
the new induction group class gets welcomed in, and it's the first time they ever get to put the jacket on.
Okay. I'm sure that's a cool moment, but you're saying
and
that they can't
all the Hall of Famers line up and create a gauntlet, and they walk through and they get high fives and
real quick though. What's the part about
I never heard about the Ziploc on the talking
where I heard that, but I thought that I've heard that before.
You
mean they can't talk when and where?
Like
at the dinner.
But everyone's sitting at their own tables.
I don't know. I've just heard that before, and I'm just sharing it. May not even be true. That's okay.
All right. Well, that's worth an investigation. They can only eat. They can't talk.
I've heard somebody say it in an interview before. You know what? That is my fallback for everything. Where it's like, where'd you hear that? I don't know. I heard it in an interview before.
I think
I'm just repeating what I heard.
They could probably talk, but maybe they don't want them to have interactions with the other Hall of Famers,
which would be stupid to me.
But I don't even know if this is accurate.
Yeah, he's a big doom scroller. Maybe
we're coming back in 2 minutes. Z is with us before the game, and we'll talk about the Olympics and the heater they are on. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Right now, save on USDA Choice T-Bone steaks or Private Selection Angus Top Sirloin steaks. Just $8.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You'd think that dog conversation wouldn't necessarily blend with hockey talk. And you'd be wrong. You idiots! Like a fine wine and dark chocolate, it's going down smooth. Rothman and Ice present Hockey and Hounds.
Sponsored by Telhio Credit Union, helping hounds find a home and helping you finance yours. Get the best rate from Telhio's mortgage experts. Find out more at telhio.org.
Now joining the boys, the lead dog on the blue line, Zach Wierenski.
All right, it's that time of the week. Hockey and Hounds brought to you by Telhio Credit Union, and we couldn't be talking to a better man. His world is spinning. How he's keeping it all together is anybody's guess, but we'll ask him. It's our guy, Zach Wierenski, CBJ Blue Liner here on Hockey and Hounds. All right, my man, congratulations. You've got a baby on the way. You're playing for the hottest team in the NHL. You're going to be going to the Olympics, and I don't even know what to ask you because your head must be spinning, but somehow you're keeping it all together. Let's tackle the best thing first. Knowing you're having a baby boy and knowing that you find that out, give us your thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, it's been incredible. It's something we talked about right after our wedding was trying for kids, and obviously you're not too sure how that's all going to work out, and it happened pretty quick for us, and yeah, it's been something that obviously we've thought a lot about since we found out the news, and it's just super. It's a blessing, right? And I feel very grateful for it, and it's been awesome. So time's flying by, and it's coming quick here, but we're really excited for it.
How soon will your boy be on skates? How soon were you on skates?
I think I started skating when I was 3, so I would say somewhere around that time frame. I might get a little antsy and put him on a little bit earlier, but I would say 3 is probably the number I'm looking at.
What's going to be the process for figuring out a name for your son? How's that going to go? Is the wife going to have a whole bunch of say in that, or the family? Who's getting involved with this, Z?
Yeah, no, she actually had a lot of names kind of in her notes through over the years for girls and boys, and I liked pretty much all of them. So we kind of just went through, and we already have a name picked out. It was pretty easy. I know sometimes it's hard for people, but this first one was easy going for us.
When you think back to your youth hockey days, did you dream of the Olympics? Was that something in your mind when you were, 11, 12, 13?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, you'd always try and, put yourself in those situations, whether it was in street hockey or on the ice, messing around on the outdoor rinks, whether it was a Stanley Cup or, you're trying to be, Wayne Gretzky or Pavel Datsyuk or whoever. And then I always remember playing the video game NHL, and I'd always go to the international teams, and I'd be Team USA. And so, yeah, like, I don't know exactly if I can say I always thought that it would happen or I thought about it too often, but there was definitely moments throughout my career growing up that I always wanted to be an Olympian and play for Team USA at the Olympics, and it's finally here. You know, I have one more game tonight, and then, yeah, off to Milan. So it's super exciting, and just grateful for the opportunity.
All right, I'm going to date myself. Was that Sega? What were you playing as a kid?
It would have been like, no, it would have been like NHL 09 or.
Okay.
NHL 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe.
What console were you using, Z? PlayStation 2, Xbox?
PlayStation 2, and then moved over to Xbox. My parents actually have an old Nintendo with just ice hockey on it. So we would play that quite a bit, actually, where you just get to pick if it's a skinny guy, a medium guy, or a big guy. I don't know if you guys have ever played that one. But that's like the OG hockey game, which is a lot of fun. So, yeah, I've always been playing hockey video games since I can remember.
Yeah, so I definitely did date myself. So Sega was, I thought, the best hockey, honestly. And have you ever seen the movie Swingers?
I can't say I have, no.
All right, so you need to look up. You'll have a long flight. You'll need to look up Swingers and the scene when Vince Vaughn is playing Sega hockey with his boys, and he's trying to make little Wayne Gretzky's head bleed. They added like blood into the game somehow. It's probably one of the most classic scenes ever, and I'll make sure I get that to you. This is it's very cool. So are you on a charter with the rest of the Olympians, or how do you get over there?
Yeah, so originally there's charters for all the NHL guys going over on Saturday, I believe. I actually changed my plans. Me and my wife are going over tomorrow morning. There's 3 other guys on the team that are going over commercially, just so we can make the opening ceremonies. It's something that I really wanted to do with the NHL schedule. There's some games tomorrow night, so the charters couldn't leave on time for the ceremonies, but they give us the option if we wanted to go ourselves that we could do that. And, I felt like it was once in a lifetime to go see the ceremony. So I'm going over tomorrow morning with my wife and a few other guys on the team. But, yeah, the charters leave on Saturday.
Yeah, that's cool. That should be an awesome experience. One thing I thought that was cool when we had the Olympics not too long ago was, certain guys from different sports popping up and supporting, whether it was ping pong or swimming or whatever it was. Is any of that on your agenda? Do you want to bounce around and maybe go watch a few other events when you're not doing your hockey thing?
Yeah, I'd love to. It's definitely on my mind. I've thought about it a lot. I'm really not sure how that all works. Once I get there, I'm sure those questions will be answered. But, yeah, I'd love to go see some different events. It's obviously something I've never seen before. And, for a lot of these people, myself included, I guess, but for hockey, it's a little bit different, right? Like you play games all season long. You have the playoffs coming up and all that stuff. So your mindset's a little bit different, where I feel like for these other athletes, the Olympics every 4 years, it's all they think about. And I would just love to be in the building to just see these athletes compete and feel the vibe, the energy. And I'm definitely hoping I can go see as many events as I can.
If you had to, maybe power rank a couple of those for us right now, what do you want to go see?
Well, it's tough because for this Olympics, all like the snow events are in Cortina, and it's pretty far from Milan. So I don't know if we can get to like the snowboarding or the skiing, unfortunately. But, yeah, I want to try and see the speed skating. I'd like to see the figure skating, the women's hockey, just kind of bounce around and see all the on-ice sports. And I heard it's pretty easy to access. So, yeah, I'll see when I get there what the schedule looks, what looks like I can make, and just figure it out from there.
Got a lot of teammates from Michigan. You got your boy Lark on the squad. You guys are right there with Canada. Give us your feeling. I know they've got depth out the you-know-what, but you guys got a lot of speed and great goaltending. And give us your handicap a little bit about how much you like your chances to take gold.
Yeah, I like our chances a lot. I think we have a really good team. I think we showed it at the Four Nations last year. And this tournament's a little bit different. Like, we're not guaranteed to play Canada. We don't know who we're going to play. We know our first 3 games. And then after that, I guess we'll find out. But I like the way we're built. I like our team chemistry. I feel like we're a really close group. And like I said, we showed it last year at the Four Nations that we can play with anyone and beat anyone. And I think it gave our group a lot of confidence. So I like our chances of winning. And I was just going out there and doing it.
You know, you use the word confidence. I'm sure that's what you and the Jackets are feeling right now, Z, because this run has been absolutely fun to watch. When you look at all the green dubs that you guys are stacking up right now, is there a game or just something specific that you guys are doing right now that you're really proud of?
I just think the buy-in from everyone. I think the collective buy-in from the group defensively. You know, we're winning based on defense first. We're not trying to outscore teams. I think, you know, when you take care of your own zone, you take care of your blue line, and you create turnovers, eventually your skills are going to take over and you're going to score some goals. I think that showed last night in our game. It was kind of a boring game. We didn't have much going, but we stayed patient, and we just stayed patient pretty much this whole streak here. I mean, we're not exposing ourselves. We're not giving up too much. And when we do, our goalies have been great. But yeah, everyone's really bought into what Bones has been saying here. And it's been a ton of fun these last couple of weeks.
Outstanding. Yeah. It's so cool to see you guys get on this heater. And I know it's too hypothetical to think about what the break and how that'll impact, but you got bigger things to worry about. And the important thing is, like you said, you guys got in the conversation. You're right there. I think you're 4 back now, the Islanders, and 4 points back. You got the Hawks tonight. So hopefully you'll continue that and go into a Olympic break, and your mind will be all freed up on how good your NHL team is doing and how much you're looking forward to gold at the Olympics, perhaps. I'll give you one to go on the road with, and this is Almost Home Dog Rescue of Ohio. So I've not brought up Almost Home Dog Rescue of Ohio and Cheryl and her team and what they do. They focus on a lot of collie breeds, and so this is a Sheltie, and Shelties are awesome. They're smart, they're loyal, they want to please, and Lacey is 7 years young, and she is sure to melt anybody's heart. She's got that beautiful tricolor Sheltie that people know about and loves to be loved. Her foster mom says she can be picked up easily. She's happily kind of cuddles and soaks up those long stretches of pets by her owner. In fact, kind of being next to her owner is her favorite part. So we're looking for a long-term owner for her. She's got a foster right now, but anybody that's been looking for a Sheltie or a dog like this, I think you'll be more than happy. And so what I want people to do is go to almosthomeohio.org, and they can apply or get in touch with me, and I'll connect them with the rescue. But Lacey is at Almost Home Dog Rescue of Ohio, and they do some wonderful work. And if you're not interested in adopting her and you want to help, they do accept sponsors. So they understand if it's not the right time, but you could consider sponsoring any one of their dogs through their sponsorship program. And you can learn more about that and how to donate and other ways to donate by going to almosthomeohio.org and look into Sheltie, Lacey, and everything they do. So we'll leave you on that one, Zach, and we hope you have a great time. If you need any extra babysitters for Bo, I know some people, so Bo's not going with you, is he?
No, he's not going with us. We wish he was. It's actually his birthday today. So,
oh, awesome.
Yeah, we've been spoiling him today before we leave. But no, that sounds great. I appreciate everything, guys, and hopefully next time I talk to you, it's after a gold medal.
Would be great. From your mouth to the hockey god's ears, my man. Be well, safe travel. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
You got it. That is Zach Werenski, CBJ Blue Liner, here with us on Hockey and Hounds, brought to you by our friends at Ohio Credit Union. Experience member-driven banking only at Ohio, proudly serving Ohio for more than 90 years. We will come back with Tell the Truth. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
The big game calls for a big, tasty bowl. Treat your crew to Hothead Burritos Catering. You'll get 10% off any build-your-own bowl or burrito Sunday catering package for 10 or more. Make the right call. Order now. HotheadBurritos.com.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank Spirits, but the food is just as good. Brunch worth planning your weekend around. Seasonal dinners perfect for date night or game night. Plus, kids eat half off every Monday. Find menus and locations at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued, Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate, or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey there, it's Bo Bishop here. Valentine's Day is about showing her how much she means to you. And when you're buying jewelry you don't guess, you go with the best. That's why I trust my friends at Diamond Seller. Whether it's a necklace, bracelet, earrings, or something a little more personal, Diamond Seller makes sure you get it right. For nearly 80 years, they've helped guys find the perfect gift with luxury designer collections and expert advice that makes the process easy. And guy to guy, no pressure, no confusion, just great options, honest help. This Valentine's Day, give her something she'll never forget. Diamond Seller, Sawmill Road, Easton Town Center, online at diamondseller.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom. Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood. Our owner? Free oil changes along with alignment? On any four-tire purchase. And Michelin's up to $100 off? Yeah. Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling. But the Wood family is behind all this. Oh, those rascals. But don't tell the accountants. Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Michelin's and save up to $100 more.
See store for details. Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Your heat seems to be running a lot more than it should. Why? It's because the insulation in your windows has failed. Talk to the pros at Window Nation and get new windows and big savings during Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Act now and you get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. When your window insulation fails, usually due to old or cheap materials, all of your window's energy efficiency disappears. The result, a house that is cold in the winter and hot in the summer. The worst part is they could have failed years ago and you wouldn't even know about it. Window Nation's windows use top quality materials and seals along with insulated frames. They're so incredibly energy efficient that you'll actually save money on your utility bills. Plus, they're backed with a lifetime warranty, so you won't have to live with broken windows again. Take advantage of Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale and get an extra 10% off for Valentine's Day. Visit windownation.com now for a free consultation.
The Jackets are back in Nationwide for a battle with the Blackhawks. Live fan coverage starts Wednesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by McDaniel GM Superstore. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, TLC, take us home.
All right, we were just talking about it in the last commercial break. There was a video floating around on TikTok of a lady at a presumably Mexican restaurant who was pouring margaritas into a to-go box. Yes.
A to-go styrofoam.
The little styrofoam fold-up box that you're thinking of that you usually would put solid food in. She can be seen pouring 3 margaritas to take her margaritas home with her. Now, you know when you fold up the box and you line up the little holes and you like plug it in together, it does close, but there are still holes and ways that, like, perhaps if you hit the brakes, maybe some of your margarita could fly out of your to-go box. So
that's making the assumption that it even gets to the car.
Right.
She may suck that down before you even get to the vehicle.
Well, then what does she need a to-go box for? So is this lady smart for pouring her margaritas in a to-go box, or is she dumb?
The headline or the caption on it, when I showed it to Maddie, it said, "This is genius." And I quote tweeted and I wrote, "You spelled pathetic wrong," because it is. It really is. Like, you want to down one for the road? That's fine. Pouring it into a styrofoam that is more fit for like
your fajitas
leftover
to go. Your
fajita.
quesadilla.
Exactly. Make yourself a damn quesadilla. I just think it's next level problem. I don't think it's genius. I think it's it's weird. I don't understand. You didn't drink enough at the restaurant and you need to pour it in a styrofoam and then order another, because they must have had bottomless margaritas at the time. Whatever. Maybe she's there at a happy hour or whatever.
That's dangerous.
And she probably was, I don't know, I may have just made that up.
Well, but say, the Caucasian women about to take advantage of that.
At least do a little bit of a beard and put like one of the styrofoams with like a bunch of chips. Like, she was walking out with a double stack of margaritas to go.
That's one of my favorite things about going to a Mexican restaurant is like immediately when you sit down, you just start the party with chips and salsa. Like, you don't have to wait or anything. Let's just get it popping.
You may just 10 minutes later say, "I'm full, we're out of here."
Yeah, but dude, you can lose track of how much you're eating very quickly.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's a dangerous
thing.
thing.
In Italian restaurants, when they just keep bringing you bread.
Oh my gosh, Olive Garden with the salad too.
I had that the other day. We had a birthday dinner for my dad.
Okay.
And bread on the table.
Going crazy.
Food was taking a little bit to get here. They bring another round of bread. Bread's on the table.
That's right.
And like, it gets to that point. I'm getting to that age where, I used to be, just bring more. Now it's the fight of like, no, you take the food. I don't want it because I know that I'm going to get out of control with it.
Portion control.
Exactly.
I got you.
I'm getting to that point because, like in middle school, high school, that food just doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
Like, whatever. Just like, the old in and out, as they call it.
I want to know how were they that blasted that the bartender was able to video this without them knowing they were being, because the view
was this just someone across the table, just like a friend?
I'm sorry. I thought they were at the bar. My bad.
Maybe.
I got to look at it again.
Here's what I have a question though, because when we were all unfortunately stuck in the house during the pandemic, I know there were some restaurants that made available to-go drinks, alcohol or non-alcohol. Like, why don't you just do that? Why are we putting in that container? That's one of the
now they got the Doras.
Questionable decisions I've ever seen. Because
restaurants let you do that
during the pandemic. You could order food to go, obviously, because nobody was sitting in the restaurant. They had some alcoholic beverages available to take
and now,
back home.
if you go in Bridge Park,
but this is
they
like
got the Dora
open
drinks.
Container stuff. No, I don't know.
What are you talking about, TLC?
They got like basically to go drinks as well, where it's like now you can like take a drink from one place in Bridge Park to another.
I got you. Okay.
I think the acronym is DORA, so they call it Dora.
Gotcha.
Or whatever those law is.
Stay within the plain confines of the arena.
Yeah.
You're good. I don't know. I think she looks pathetic doing it, but some people might think that she's beat the system somehow and got a couple extra margaritas to go under a stupid disguise of styrofoam.
Yeah.
I want to apologize.
No, I was just going to say.
My bad.
No, I was just going to say she was not in her right mind. If that's your idea to do that, that lets me know where you were, mentally prior to.
I want to apologize to the people for some of my language here. I'm glad we're on at 1 o'clock in the morning and all the children are in bed.
So the trade freeze in the NHL reminded me of an idea that some baseball fans have. Some people want to put a freeze on free agency for a full month after the winter meetings. So the winter meetings are basically like early to mid-December. They want to put a freeze for a full month on free agency. So from like December 11th to January 11th, free agency is done with the intent of creating some urgency both heading into the freeze and coming out of the freeze. Because when you have free agency that lasts like 4 or 5 months and you got some guys just hanging around all the way to spring training, some baseball fans want to create a little bit more excitement with that. Do you think that would actually benefit the offseason?
I don't think so, and I can't imagine the players would like that, especially if you're not signed prior to the freeze and coming out of that, kind of rushing to feel like, where am I going to live and all that, because pitchers and catchers, that's starting in the next few days or week or two. And so I wouldn't want to be in that window of time there where I'm feeling rushed to figure out where I'm going and trying to do all that in a short amount of time. I wouldn't be in favor of that.
I think this works. I think the fans might like it because a signing deadline, if Manfred would put a signing deadline, that forces players, as Maddie says, to make decisions on a really tight timeline rather than letting the negotiations play out and stretch out into January or February or sometimes even March. So on the surface, I don't mind it because it creates the urgency you're talking about, but I don't think it's realistic to do that. And I think they'll probably have more conversation about it, but if you're a fan, let's say, just even of the Guardians, whatever, and you're desperate for your GM to make a move already, it just feels like this has a little disaster written on it. So I think we don't truly need that urgency.
Behind every successful person stands a very surprised mother-in-law.
We had a very good Hockey and Hounds with Z today, a good interview with Shefty today. If you missed any of that, if you missed anything we ever do, don't worry, you can always catch up wherever you get your podcast. All you have to do is type in Rothman and Ice, everything we do. From noon to 3, we'll be waiting there for you. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Bet365 is the sponsor of the Rothman and Ice podcast. Coming up on Common Man and Timmy, both guys in the house. Nicole Sheeran stops by at 3:30. Jeff Rimmer does his hit at 5:30 to get you ready for tonight's Jackets game at home.
All right, awesome. We will be back tomorrow at high noon. We'll have our guy Dan Dockich from the Super Bowl and a lot more. Tune in then. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio's